Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your presentation today. We will be presentation or analysis of a scientific article titled "Optimist Large-Scale Data Processing in Smart Manufacturing," a benchmarking study on automotive industry data. This research was authored by Sever Yavuz and Turgay Tugay Bilgin, both from Loading Engineer University in Turkey, and was published in International Journal of Automotive Scan and Technology in 2026, Volume 10, Issue 1, covering pages 26 to 39. In this presentation, we will walk you through the structure of this article using the EMRAT framework that stands for Introduction, Method, Ratio, and Discussion. Let's use begin. Slide 2. Before we begin, allow you to introduce yourself. My name is Muhammad Reza Afandi, student number 012. Together with me today, uh, with my friend are Muhammad Nur Iksan, number 023, Gabriel Versa Krisasmoro, number 039, Rifki Yusuf Asidik, number 042, and Atam Abdullah, number 086. We are honored to present your EMRAT article analysis today. Now let's you get started. Slide 3. Let me briefly outline what we will cover today. Your presentation is organized into six main sections. First, we will introduction the article identify and bibliographic information. Second, we will discuss the author, purpose, and background of the study. Third, we will cover the introduction section of the article. Fourth, we will explain the methods used. Fifth, we will present the key result. And finally, we will discuss the conclusion and implication of this result. Each section directly corresponds to a component of the IMRAT academic writing from which we have been studying. Next, Nur Iksan.
Let us start with the article's identity. The full title is Optimizing Large-Scale Data Processing in Smart Manufacturing, a benchmarking study on automotive industry data. The two authors are Zafer Yavuz from Karadeniz Technical University in Trabzon and Turgay Tugay Bilgin from Bursa Technical University in Bursa, both in Turkey. This article was published in the International Journal of Automotive Science and Technology in 2026 as volume 10, number 1, spanning page 26 to 39. You can access it in through its DOI. Okay. The article's keywords are industrial data analytics, automotive manufacturing, big data analysis, performance benchmarking, and Python frameworks, which already give us a strong clue about the research focus. Now let us talk about why this research was conducted. The author's purpose. The background problem is this: in modern automotive production lines, a single welding robot generates more than 500 gigabytes of data every single day. When you scale that across an entire production line, the total data load reaches the petabyte scale. Traditional data processing methods simply cannot keep up with this volume, making it difficult for manufacturers to implement effective predictive maintenance, energy efficiency monitoring, and quality control system in real time. Given this challenge, The authors identified three clear purposes for their study. First, their main goal was to systematically compare the performance of five Python libraries, namely Pandas, Test, Motin, Vex, and Polars, when processing large datasets searched from real automotive welding machine data totaling 17 gigabytes. Second, their focus of evaluation was specifically on three metrics: memory management, CPU utilization efficiency, and total processing time, all tested on a single node environment that simulates a typical industrial workstation. Third, and most importantly for practitioners, the study aims to provide a particular contribution, a clear data-driven guide for automotive manufacturers to select the most appropriate the data processing tool for their Industry 4.0 digital transformation needs. Moving on the introduction section of the article, to set the context, consider these key figures. Welding machine monitor over 200 parameters simultaneously, including electrical current, voltage, gas pressure, and thermal profiles at millisecond intervals. A single welding robot produces over 500 gigabytes of data per day. The experimental dataset used in this study is 17 gigabytes in size and contains 106 million rows of records. The authors position their study within two important industrial contexts. First, the industrial context. Welding machine generate high frequency data stream continuously. Monitoring these parameters directly affects the service life of critical production component, and analyzing high volume data is essential for predictive maintenance, energy efficiency, and automated quality control. Second, the research gap. While libraries like TESS and Modin were designed for distributed computing clusters, there is a lack of systematic evaluation of these tools in single-node industrial environment, which is where most manufacturing workstations actually operate. Furthermore, no prior study had evaluated these libraries on real large-scale welding machine data from the automotive sector specifically. This gap is exactly what this study addressed.
The next slide is method and dataset and hardware. Now we turn to the method section, beginning with the dataset and hardware setup. The dataset was sourced from Matai Company, an automotive parts supplier operating in Bursa, Turkey. It contains approximately 30 days of real production data from exhaust manufacturing machine, stored as a CSV file with a total size 17 gigabyte and 106.167.826 rows. Because processing the full 17 gigabyte dataset on a 8 gigabyte RAM machine would cause memory overflow, and the research create for subsets of different size. 10,000 rows at 500 593 kilobytes, 100,000 rows at 5.9 megabyte, 1 million rows at 60.7 megabytes, and 10 million rows at 602 megabytes. The subsets were used to evaluate performed at different data scales. The column selects for the experience include timestamp, machine ID, data type, product ID, product serial number ID, recorded value, and unit text for representing a realistic mix of data types. All experience we are run a workstation with Windows 11 and Intel Core i5 12 Gen processor running at 4.4 GHz, 8 GB of DDR4 RAM, and NVIDIA RTX 2050 graphic card and 512 GB SSD with 1050 megabyte per second real speed. Next slide. Method, libraries, and experiments. Next, let us look at the 5 libraries that we are compare and the 11 experience that we are designed. The 5 Python libraries evaluate are as follows. Pandas versi 2.2.1 is the industry standard for data analysis, storing data as data forms and series in memory. That's version 2024.5 is a check based out of core processing library designed for large and distribute dataset. Modern with Ray Becknet version 0.28.1 is a Panda compatible library that speed up operation using parallel processing via the Ray framework. FAEC version 4.16.1 use memory mapping and lazy evaluation, meaning it does not load all data into RAM at once. Instead, it processes data on demand. And finally, Polar version 1.4.1 is a next generation library written in Rust, a system level programming language, enabling fast columnar processing without Python global interpreter lock bottleneck. The research designed 11 distinct experiments to cover all common data, processing, and operation. Experiment 1 is a rich data from CSV. Experiment 2 rich data with specific column types. Experiment 3 and 4 is a test filtering on 1 and 2 column respectively. Experiment 5 is a testing sorting. Experiment 6 test grouping and aggregation. Experiment 7 test merging two datasets. Experiment 9, 8 and 9 is a test writing data to CSV and Parquet formats. And experiment 10 and 11 is a test handling missing values using drop NA and fill NA. Each experiment was repeated 3 times across all 4 datasets size, and all 5 libraries, resulting in 220 total experimental runs. Performance was measured by three metrics: total runtime, peak memory usage, and CPU execution time. The loss of winds was used as a proxy for energy consumption.
Now let's discuss the experimental results, starting with the reading and filtering operation. For reading operation, on small datasets, pandas, fakes, and polars demonstrated the best efficiency. This is because they have low initialization overhead. Fakes through memory mapping and polars through its optimizing Rust-based file ingestion. On larger datasets, however, Polars emerged as the clear winner, significantly outperforming all competitors thanks to its advanced columnar engine and the absence of Python global interpreter lock. Modin with Ray, on the other hand, was slow on small datasets because distributing tasks to Ray workers and gathering results cost more time than actually reading a small file. In terms of the memory usage across all scales, Polars was the most efficient, leveraging the Apache Arrow memory format to minimize memory overhead. For filtering operation, which involves scanning every row to match a condition, the pattern was similar. On small datasets, pandas, fakes, and polars were most efficient. On large datasets, Polar was the fastest due to its multi-core Rust engine. Interestingly, Modin showed superior CPU efficiency on large datasets by offloading the core computation to Ray workers, meaning it used less local CPU, though its wall clock time was not significantly better. Also worth noting, filtering on 2 columns requires slightly less CPU than filtering on 1 column because dual conditions are more selective and produce smaller output datasets. Continuing with the result for the remaining operation, for sorting and group by operation, Polars was the fastest across all data scales. Thus emerged as the second best option, benefiting from its efficient task scheduling as data group volume grows. However, the authors note that this operation inherently require global data awareness, meaning all data must be scanned and shuffled, which limits the gain from parallelization even in distributed framework. The merge operation was identified as the most resource demanding task in the entire study. Polars completed the 10 million row merge in 188 seconds using optimized parallel join algorithms. Modin, however, failed completely at the 10 million row scale due to total resource exhaustion. It simply ran out of memory and could not complete the task. For wider operation, exporting data to CSV and Parquet formats, Polars again led in both runtime and memory efficiency across all datasets size and both formats owing to its Rust-based multi-thread I/O engine. One interesting finding was that there was no significant difference in the CPU usage between writing to CSV and writing to the compressed Parquet format. This is because the additional computational cost of Parquet compression is offset by the reduced volume of data being written to disk. Finally, for data cleansing operation, dropping and filling missing values, Polars was the fastest in all scenarios. This is due to its Ross concurrency model, which enables high-speed parallel row evaluation with the Python interpreter bottleneck.
Okay, next slides 11, discussion and conclusions. Now we come to the discussion and conclusions. The authors explain the performance difference by pointing to the fundamental architectural design of each library. Polars uses a rules-based lock-free execution engine, allowing through allowing through para parallelizations without Python's global interpreter lock. This is why it this is why it consistently outperforms the other pandas. By contrast, is heavily constrained by the build and the memory overhead of Python object reference at the 10 million row scale. Pandas consume nearly 11 times more RAM than Polars. That's based approach is effective for out of core days, but introduce scheduling license. Okay, modding's performance is limited by data serialization and inter-process communication goals and communications and lazy virtual columns consistently competitive at all scales. The study also provides a practical library selection with summaries in Table 2, which, which we have reproduction here regardless regardless of hardware constraints. Polar is recommended for datasets of 1 million rows or more. For small datasets below 100,000 rows, both polars and pandas are effective choice. When high memory is available and database every large module becomes a viable second option alongside polars. The authors calculate the TC findings carry significant implication for the automotive manufacturing industry. Polars is the optimal solution for assembly station with limited computing resource. Pandas remains valuable for for quality control system that analyze similar data sources. Most importantly, selecting the right data process to is position as a critical enabler of digital transformation, directly supporting the integration of digital twins at all different quality control into the performance industry. Next slide 12 closing and key takeaway. To wrap up, to wrap up, here are the 5K takeaway from this article. Number one, Polar is the best performing library across all metrics and all data scales, supported by its its RAS drop-free architecture. Number two, the performance gap is dramatic at scale of 10 million rows. Polars was 40 times faster than Pandas for filtering operation will maintaining a stable memory footprint of approximately 170 megabit megabits compared to Pandas. Number three, Modin failed on heavy operations such as merging 10 million rows to two resource exhaustion on a single node, which is an important practical limitation. Number four, pandas remain relevant for small datasets to thanks to nature and rich API ecosystem, making it uh, making making it a good choice for day to day explore exploratory exploratory analysis. And number five, selecting the right data processing to is a key strategic decision. It directly impacts manufacturer ability to implement real-time monitoring, predictive maintenance, and all different quality control within an industry. Okay, thank you for your attention. We are happy to take any questions. Thank you.